We have finally made it to Friday, but at what cost? You're joined by Diana Master and Glenora Shipura this Friday morning on your favorite morning talk show. This is Smell the Coffee. How you doing, girl?
I'm doing very well. I feel like it's been a long time, man.
Yeah.
It's been a minute since we hung out on our favorite show.
Yeah, it has been a while.
Really.
Where have you been hiding?
I know. You guys decided to you don't want to, do the Smell the Coffee with me. Yeah, I heard from the grapevines.
Leave your grapevines.
No, like last week Friday, I was ready, and then I was like, oh no, we can't do it, because there was holidays and stuff. So yeah, we couldn't do it for the past couple of weeks now. Yeah, because there was
life.
The holidays.
Life was lifing. Basically.
Yeah, life was lifing, and yeah, we.
But
also
I feel
had
like
other
right
things
now,
to do.
life is lifing beautifully. Like,
you think?
For me.
Yeah.
For me, life is lifing beautifully, man. Like, what can I say?
No. Claim it. I mean, in the 2024, it's the year that we.
But imagine, it's just been 4 months in.
Guys, 2024 is doing the most. Guys.
Yeah, it's almost.
This is literally the first Friday of this month, right? To be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like a lot has happened already.
It's almost December. Let's push, guys. It's almost December. I mean, like the fact that Easter just happened now
and it was
March.
So fast. I feel like I blinked and it was done.
Soon Easter's going to be in Feb. Like, with the way things are going, hey? It's giving Easter in Feb. But anyway, we do have quite the show for you today. We have, the most bizarre stories I think we have covered on Smell the Coffee this year so far. So we'll take a quick ad break and get into that when we get back.
Attention kids, we have some exciting news for you. We are back, and this year we are planning on going big. So listen up. If you are in grade 3, grade 2, grade 1 or pre-primary, we are bringing your free school workbooks to you soon. This is all you need to know about where you can find your books. Books will be available for free in Republican Street Sale newspapers and all Namibian Sun newspapers. And for all pre-primary kids out there, your books will be delivered to your school in all 14 regions of Namibia. And there's more. Pre-primary books will also be printed in 9 different languages. Check out when your book will be available from the schedule right here. That's not all. Our free online school is there to help you along the way with video lessons and more books to download. You can also follow along on NTV every Monday to Friday from 9:30 to 11:30 for your daily online school lesson. We thank all our sponsors who are helping to build a brighter future for Namibia. Contact us at info@acdtrust.com and follow us on Instagram.
So, we start off our top stories with a man who claims he was abducted by aliens who made him perform sexual experiments. A Missouri man has claimed he was abducted by extraterrestrials who performed sexual experiments on him and stole his sperm. Julius Shields, 28, has opened up about the first time aliens made contact with him on his YouTube channel, Soft White Underbelly. The encounter happened when he was just 17 years old. He claimed the aliens performed sexual experiments on him and stole his sperm to create hybrid alien human babies. Shields believes he may have alien babies out there. I'm sorry, what? Recalling the experience, Julius said the initial contact seemed friendly. He claims he saw glowing orbs floating outside his home, and then one of the creatures started to tap on his window. It had 3 tentacles and it raised them up and started tapping on my window. That was the first time I'd ever seen something that wasn't human. And when I saw that, I just froze. I didn't make a move, he said. He was so scared after the encounter that he began sleeping in a different room, but this didn't stop the creature. The YouTuber then began having weird, explicit dreams involving the aliens. It got more sexual because there was a full week straight where I was having wet dreams every night, he said. I was having sex with different creatures, women, and just different stuff. In the video, he claimed the aliens were taking his sperm in an attempt to make hybrid babies, adding, I've done my research on this stuff, and I know that what came to me. They're called the Greys. They are not a very big creature. They're only about 3 to 4 feet tall. They drive saucers and they have a mothership. It's almost astonishing, but it just makes you realize that there's just more to life than just what we have here on Earth. Over the last 10 years, Julius has been trying to figure out what the dreams meant.
Okay, first of all, okay, I'm going to play devil's advocate. You know, recently they did uncover some, you know, alien, like what was it, the mummies? Not the mummies, but in Mexico.
The mummified aliens?
Yeah, the mummified aliens. So, maybe there's a truth to this, maybe. But I have a lot of questions. I have a lot of questions for him.
I'm also very curious because, I mean,
how did this sexual acts happen?
Was it all just... Because he's saying it was just wet dreams, right?
Exactly.
So I'm thinking, was it all just one really, really vivid dream? You know? Like, you ever had those dreams where you're like, wait, did I dream that or did that actually happen? Like,
yeah, we have a lot of those.
We have a lot of those.
Wait.
So I'm thinking, if we didn't actually see it, what if it was all just a really, really vivid dream?
And maybe it's also part of his, you know, fetish or something. Maybe he has a thing.
But my guy really
I'm just saying, maybe
believes that he may have hybrid alien babies out there. Like, I'm not trying to say that he's delusional or he's lying or whatever, but like, it's not making sense.
But why though? Why though?
A bit off.
What's the...
Why you?
Yeah, why you, and what's the purpose of making these hybrid alien babies? So that what, they can...
You know, my friend said to me the other time...
What's the point of it?
She was like, I believe aliens are real and I believe aliens exist. But the thing with aliens is, she said that she believes that they're so smart that they believe that they'll just be wasting time with us.
No, I also believe that.
Yeah.
I believe they're smarter life forms.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
So they wouldn't waste
beyond
time.
us.
Yes.
And so they find us very primitive.
Yeah, they wouldn't waste their time with us.
Yes.
I mean, the fact that there was that big alien encounter in Zimbabwe back in the 80s, right?
What is this big alien encounter in
Zimbabwe? You don't know it?
Tell me about this. What is
So
this?
basically, there was this story about like these kids that claimed that they were visited by aliens, right? And it was like a whole bunch of kids, and they interviewed them individually, and they all drew the same thing. Yes. So it was at a school in Zim, and these aliens apparently, and they warned them about global warming in the 80s.
Okay, that's crazy. Okay, but also from what I've heard about aliens, they are meant, if they are in with us, they're just here to help us evolve. You know what I mean? So I'm guessing even if they're warning us about global warming, you get what I'm saying? They are there to aid. So that I can comprehend that.
But
this
I really
guy,
believe
they want to have sex with you. Stop it.
I really believe that aliens just look at us and they're like, so dumb. So dumb.
It's a great thing we evolved beyond this. Oh my word.
Yeah, exactly.
We were once there.
We were once there.
Embarrassing.
2 million years ago.
Cringe.
Crazy.
Oh, cringe. Now getting to our next story, which is not so light. It's actually a bit gruesome. A 9-year-old boy has strangled 9 rabbits to death, and he will not face criminal charges. Now, the boy was left alone with animals at Rekkerhout Petting Zoo in Alkmaar, Netherlands, when he murdered the rabbits. Now, despite the outrage at the child's actions, he will not be facing criminal charges. This is because he is under 12 years old, but he will be enrolled into a care program. I feel sorry for the animals, but also for the little boy who apparently feels so bad that he has to do this, as psychiatrist Esther Venema said of the incident. She added, if you kill an animal in the house, explain to the child why, even if it's an insect, so that it learns that you don't kill the neck, you don't wrinkle the neck of a guinea pig, which is harmful. Now, the Mirror reports that the child had previously visited the petting zoo alongside a supervisor, but this time he traveled by himself.
It's giving Jeffrey Dahmer.
I also don't like that the psychiatrists are trying to, play this off.
They're trying to dumb it down and say, oh my goodness, it's because you killed a cockroach that one time in the house. Yes. So now this kid is killing nine rabbits.
He strangled them to death.
Like
he could literally feel their last breath. I'm just
I'm saying, it's giving Jeffrey Dahmer. I stopped watching the Jeffrey Dahmer documentary after that incident where he killed that.
I could not even bring myself to watch it. You're the one who was telling me Jeffrey Dahmer was killing pets.
Yes,
I mean, not pets,
animals.
but animals actually,
yes.
Different animals from a young age.
At that age, if I see that,
even as a kid, I've grown up with, you see a cow getting slaughtered or whatever. I've seen death. But I would not translate that into I need to go.
Exactly.
I would not
exactly.
I think they're trying to play it off as it's a child who's what. This is a child that might grow up to be something dangerous.
Yeah, they actually need to start doing, I don't know, shockwave therapy or something. I don't know, because at this point, if you're killing 9 rabbits, and that's the thing about being a parent, you never know. Right,
and the fact that he went with someone, a guardian, and then he's like, "Oh, I see." So how many more has he killed?
Before
that we
this.
Don't know. Yes.
Yeah, that's crazy. Please, this child needs to be enrolled into some deep psychiatric, psychological programs, not just a care program. And again, that's my worst fear, being a woman like you. What if you give birth to a psychopath? But anyway,
it's just you with a young couple bester here.
With a young Jeffrey Dahmer. I rebuke that in the name of Jesus.
I rebuke that, me too. Yes, I
But anyway, we'll now be taking a quick ad break, and when we get back, we get into our guest segment. Stay tuned.
Now, I believe that Namibians are doing the things that must be done. Our next guest is Etuna Amutse, the author of Silencing the Victim Within. She's joining us all the way from London. Good morning, Etuna.
Hi, good morning. Thank you for having me.
We're so excited to have you here on Smell the Coffee.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like you're doing big things, man. I mean, you are an author. I mean, do you just pinch yourself?
Yes, oh my goodness, did this just happen? Everything is just happening way too fast. To be honest, I didn't plan any of this.
Well, can you briefly tell us a little bit about yourself? I'm sure most people don't know who you are and your journey. I mean, earlier on, you did mention that you are not even a writer. This is not a profession that you were, looking at. And now you find yourself an author, which is a big deal.
Yeah, so basically, my name is Etuna Amutse. I'm a 38-year-old mother of 2 teenagers. I was born in Zambia. I was raised in Namibia, and currently I'm in the United Kingdom. And I wrote the book Silencing the Victim Within.
Wow. Yeah. And also a very powerful label that you gave the book. What inspired that?
The book basically just talks about the inner struggles that we have. Things such as defensiveness, pride, ego, anger issues. These are things that we deal with on a daily basis, and these are inner struggles, right? And it's like these struggles keep us captive, and if we don't do something about them, they will continue to just hold us back. So that's where the whole title comes in, Silencing the Victim Within. So it's about finding ways on how to navigate these issues.
Wow. And I think a lot of people also struggle with that. I know I struggle with being called out. If somebody tells me, yo, Glenora, this and this, I will be like, no, that's not true. And it's a common struggle for a lot of people. Yes. What are the key messages that you hope that people can take away from the book?
I want people to, first of all, acknowledge that they do have a problem. And I think we tend to normalize some of these things and its dysfunctions, But then the thing is, it's all about recognizing that we have a problem, and then we have to want to change. We will have to want to take that step towards healing, towards taking that journey towards healing and really like work on these areas. And I'm a born again Christian, so I believe in following biblical principles and examples. So I'm also, using a lot of biblical insight and scriptures and stuff, because I do believe that these issues, you can't really overcome them without, God in the picture. Yeah.
Okay, on that note, I actually want to know how you came about creating this book, because you did say you are not necessarily an author, you are not a writer, but you find yourself having written this book.
Yes, I found myself in a situation where these patterns kept coming back, and I thought, being, born again and everything, that a person wasn't going to struggle with any of these issues anymore. But then I was wrong. I found myself in a situation where I was, getting very defensive and angry, and everything was just offending me. And then usually, even when I was, before I became born again, I would lash out when I'm not happy with something. I have to have the final say, and usually the words that would come out of my mouth were not pleasant. So I didn't want to go back to that space. So then I just took it to God, and I was like, okay, God, I can see that these issues are coming back, and can you help me? I'm struggling. And that's how he just led me to put it on paper. Like, okay, Etuna, you need to put this on paper. Many other people need to hear this. Many people struggle with these issues. They think they're the only ones that are dealing with these issues. And to be fair, a lot of people just made it such a normal thing that they don't really bother much about it until someone actually puts it out there, and you're like, oh goodness, I actually do have a problem and I need to work on it.
I totally agree, which connects me into your next question. How do you envision readers, to connect to this book? Is it on a personal level or societal level? What was your aim with this?
Yes, I share a lot of my personal experiences. Like I say, these are struggles that I'm even still facing till now, but it's just that obviously I found a way on how to navigate the issues, and I know how to handle them better. So it's very personal, a lot. I'm literally putting my everything out there. But then I wanted to really put people in a space where they could relate, because like you said earlier, you can also see yourself in that space, because the offense and stuff, and it's normal. We all deal with these issues, but then the issue comes in, how do we handle them? So it's very important to acknowledge and then know how to handle these issues.
No, that's
so
great.
It's very personal.
Yeah, no, that's really commendable. And like you said, that the way you wrote this book, you wrote it from a personal point of view, and I'm guessing that you're very vulnerable in the book. How was that in terms of, putting it out there? Like, hey, I'm going to be very vulnerable in this book. And of course, that helps readers connect, but there's also an element of, I'm also scared,
Yeah, 100%. So it wasn't easy, because the thing is, I had to relive a lot of those moments. I had to go back to my childhood. I had to, go back into that space of where it all started. And yeah, that wasn't easy, right? And then also how to put it on paper, how to put all these emotions on paper, that wasn't easy as well. But then, like I said, God is the one that led me to write the book. So that made it a little bit easier, because every time where I find myself like, okay, this is not really something that I want to put out there, but then he would encourage me and be like, this is beyond me. It's not about me. It's about helping people find the healing that they need. So I just needed to be bold enough and be the one to put it on paper, so that people can just find their healing and start their journey towards healing and transformation.
Absolutely. Now, I know that the readers, myself included, we need to go buy the book, and I'm quite excited. But can you just explore some themes? I know you talked about how your book addresses things like how people are defensive and so forth. What other themes are you exploring in the book?
Pride. My goodness. I'm talking about a whole lot of stuff. So besides now mentioning the actual issues, I give a lot of biblical examples just so that people can understand that nothing is new under the sun. We're not the first ones that are experiencing these things. It comes a long way. It comes with being human. Unfortunately, we can't escape some of these stuff. It's just about acknowledging and then having to deal with them. So I give a lot of biblical insight. And then I also obviously give practical examples on how to go about dealing with these issues.
All right. So I want to know, this book is not necessarily a memoir, but it does have personal accounts from your experience. Did you collaborate with other people or, yeah?
No. Like I told you, I didn't even plan to really, I didn't think, at first I even just did it as a PDF that I was just sharing with my close people and other people out there that maybe would have been interested in reading the book. And then a friend of mine read the book. She's in the States. And when she read the book, she was like, Etuna, you need to put this in a book so that more people can get a hold of this book because it's going to heal so many people. And then she was just like, find out how much will it take, or how much will it cost, to get the book published and so that it can be put out there. And then I started doing my research, not knowing that God actually spoke to her and told her that she's the one that's going to sponsor for it. And that's what happened. And wow. The rest is history. That's how it all got into existence now.
I am literally getting goosebumps hearing that. I mean, isn't that, this project feels like a divine calling. Yes. I don't know if that's what you would call it.
Yes, it's crazy because it literally just happened in a week. When she told me that, I called a few people. A friend of mine, actually, Popiani, he wrote a book as well. So I was like, okay, let me find out how did he get his book out there. And he just gave me some few contacts, and then I made a few phone calls, and then I got a hold of this person and he gave me a quotation. And then that was it. Honestly, I didn't even think that it was going to blow up like this. But then, like you say, it was all a divine calling. It needed to happen.
Now that this book is released, any future projects from you? I mean, you are technically now an author, so you maybe owe us another book.
Yes, I probably will write another book. And the kind of books that I want to write need to be similar to the one that I did because I want real, meaningful, content for people. So if I can write similar books like this that can really impact people's lives, that can really open up people towards healing and transformation and just wanting to really work on themselves, then that's the type of books that I would continue to write about.
I definitely love that the book was informed by a higher power, something bigger than yourself, and the fact that you could put yourself aside and just do the work of what was, being instructed, and you put it out there. It takes a lot of courage to do that. Now, where can viewers buy the book?
Okay, so the books are currently only available in Namibia. I've got my agent. His name is Mr. Daniel. Okay, I didn't write the number down. I don't have the number out of my head, but I can maybe just
we'll put it on the screen. Yeah, we'll put it on the screen.
Yeah, and then you guys can just put it on the screen. So you can contact my agent, Mr. Daniel. He's in Windhoek at the moment. He's taking care of all the sales and distributions. So, yeah.
Well, because it is a Friday, the time has come for us to officially start and enjoy our weekend.
It's that time now. It's for the mimosas.
For the mimosas, because it's 5 o'clock somewhere, right?
Yes.
But anyway, thank you so much for watching Smell the Coffee today. We do hope you enjoyed the stories that we had to bring for you today. If you have any comments, please do comment and let us know what your take was on the stories that we shared today. From Dinah Master and Glenora Shipura, we'll see you again tomorrow, but have yourselves a lovely, lovely weekend.